Hello friends, and welcome back to a new episode of the Cheesiest Man Alive. And the cheesiest man alive is I, it's your boy Harstem, coming right at you here with some high level, today Terran cheeses. So we're starting off with a Terran versus Protoss game against Funk. I believe he's a Swiss Protoss player. And we have a very simple little build over here actually. Well, simple. There's no such thing as a simple build, of course. I actually want him to leave my main base. That is the first simple thing that I want him to do. I really kind of badly want him to leave my main base as well, because I don't want him to see my continued gas mining. It actually sucks a tiny tad here for me. Not gonna lie about that. Oh, he's still there. Okay, I thought he was gonna leave for sure over there, but he didn't. Frustrating. I'll build a zealot. It's actually quite good for me. I want to see what his follow-up is going to be. I just want to kill one worker. I'm going to be a happy little camper. If I don't get to kill a worker, I'm going to be less of a happy little camper. Some truly god-awful micro by me, but still good enough because this race kind of plays itself. I think I managed to kill his worker. Yep, that's fantastic. So technically 2 worker kills. He also opened up with a zealot, so overall a fairly decent start for me. I need to build a reactor here. I'm just massing a couple of cyclones. That feels quite powerful. In general, massing cyclones is quite a powerful thing that you can do. This is a build that I think I stole from ByuN's, which he played against mech specs somewhere. I can't even recall where it was. It's in one of them, one of the many online tournaments in which they often play. Let me just flip this one over as well, and then we're gonna start our production when it comes to those cyclones, of course. Hello, there we go. Yep, that's perfect. This one's about to finish up as well, and the entire goal of this build is actually very simple. It's to get a bunch of cyclones and then, well, to kill your opponent basically. As this one now also finished up. Okay, look at that. He has an adapt, he has a stalker over here. Let's see if I can pop up here and see what's kicking off right at that moment. I'm surprised he ain't there yet, actually. Kind of want to get a scout as well. That would be high tier. Oh, he has a sentry. It's kind of weird, no? That is kind of weird. Okay, it's a very late Twilight Council. I think this is technically a win right now, because you're not really allowed to build a Twilight Council like that. I could do 2 things. I could wait for my opponent to scout me and then go, or I could just go now and start trading a little bit already. Maybe force out a potential super battery as well. Look at that. That's just beautiful, isn't it? So here we go. Oh, he's taking quite a bit of damage. That's nice for me. It's real nice for me, actually. And then we're going to get another lock on here as well. I'll lock on this. Yep. So at this point he needs to use the super battery, or he's just going to start losing a bunch of units. Nothing he can do about it. I mean, I also lost a unit here, but my production actually is better than my opponent's. So here comes the super battery, and at that point we're just going to move back just a little bit. I mean, there's no real reason for us to stay around, you know? Like, what would the reason be for me to stay around? I can't quite imagine. Because we're just going to fight right now. Super battery should be gone. I didn't quite count correctly, but it was close enough. And here just straight up win the game. Beautiful little build, 4 minutes, 36 seconds. And we're going to get our first win here. Okay, kill this bad boy as well. Move into the main. GG, a pause. Basically counts as a double GG. It's going to be quite a few points. I believe the guy was 5-5 or so. And that means we get to take 22. Oh, he actually was 5-6. 23 points in the pocket. And we're going to insta-search as well. All right, we got Funk for a 2nd time in a row. Now, I have a little build for him. And this build actually is something that I played against in the Home Story Cup, which I just came back from. I arrived about, I think it's 2-3 hours ago or so back home. Had a great time overall. Pretty decent result as well. But in the group stage, I played against Dolan, North American Terran player, who played a build that Gumiho played in the GSL. And I probably should have lost that game, and if I would have lost that game, I would have actually been out of the tournament due to the map score. Luckily, I managed to win, and Dolan made a couple of mistakes that we will not be discussing too deeply here, but let's just say he was fairly upset that he forgot that turrets attack air, and that he was floating 800 minerals and didn't decide to build some turrets. And that's all we're gonna say about it for now. We're gonna try a 2-base mech all-in. This is just straight up stolen from Gumiho, really very powerful build. I think it opens up with a Marine first. Gonna get a couple of Cyclones out. Now, the beauty of getting a couple of Cyclones out, well, there's a couple of reasons why it's so beautiful, is that A, it's kind of difficult to scout often for a toss, and B, Cyclones are actually quite powerful, as we saw in that last game as well. I'm just gonna build the CC off position, because I don't care so much, but I do care about my CC being somewhat in time. Because if he sends an adept across the map, and my CC basically started 5 seconds late, then that could be an issue. But the off position, I mean, I can just rearrange it a little bit, and it shouldn't really be the end of the world. Gonna get a second depot down here as well as a reactor, and then we'll take it from there. See what else it is we can do. A second little gas maybe. There's a lot of builds right now that I think are quite cool that Terran has. And this definitely is one of them. This definitely is one of the many builds that Terran has that I think are just very fun to execute. It's kind of single player vibes. I think in general builds that feel pretty single, you know, like you could execute them against an AI as well as you could against an actual player. I really like those type of builds. You know, it's just like all you need to do really is execute. And that's pretty much the case with the particular build that we're playing here. It's like there's really nothing too special or too difficult about it. It's like it is fairly straightforward, to be quite honest. It really is fairly straightforward. Now I do believe I had to actually build a what you call it? I had to build a starport, but I can't recall quite where it fits in. Because the starport you eventually start. Oh, this is a wild play, but I thought I shouldn't have thrown the mule down there, should I have? Oh, he's not gonna get a kill on it, so that's actually pretty nice for me. He shaded away as well, which is fairly nice for him then again. Well, he didn't finish it. That's a huge blunder. If he manages to run away anyway, perhaps not the end of the road. Okay, now this is all okay. This was actually a fairly good start for my opponent here. We're just gonna move across the map with these two. Not necessarily because I think it's necessary. Maybe I should have started with a mine drop. I can't quite recall the exact opener. I just kind of remember how it semi-worked. Oh, I think I need to build ravens as well. Oh god, my memory is very poor when it comes to these builds. That's not good. I should have researched a little bit. Oh, Kevin, you're so lazy. That's fake. I'm gonna fight that. Take it out real fast. See what he has. See if I can force an overcharge here. Did deal a decent amount of damage already. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. Okay, I think he's playing Blink here. I'd really be surprised if this is anything but Blink. I'd almost be shocked, one could even say, if this is anything but Blink. Denying that scout, that was absolutely massive. I really did like that. I think it was good for me. I wonder what this follow-up is going to be. We're just going to get a couple of cars right now. So we build our 4 Cyclones. And that definitely does mean that it's car time at the moment. I get another gas as well. It feels like that would be an appropriate thing to do here. I was thinking of building a bunker, then I realized I have no units that fit into a bunker. So it would be fairly stupid to do. And we're going to get double tech labs here as well. So I think I just want maybe 2 ravens. I think 2 ravens is actually a real nice number. And I get this upgrade as well, what's it called? The interference matrix. So in case there's immortals or really anything that could potentially deal serious damage, we should be fine in dealing with that. Because we can just interference them and then we just move in forward. I think that is going to be fine then. However, if my opponent just plays pure Zealot, Stalker or whatever, I could actually be in a little bit of trouble, and it's not something I'm necessarily looking forward to here. I'm gonna build a reactor on this barracks already, so I can eventually swap this thing into it. You see, I started this. This hasn't been the tightest execution, all right? I'll just admit that immediately. This hasn't been the tightest execution. Here it comes. Does he want to attack into me, or what is the play over here, bud? I don't actually know what he thinks he's doing. I don't like it. I'm gonna go for the pre-igniter rather than going for the rapid thrusters. Rapid thrusters is the speed upgrade for the Cyclones. I actually think that getting blue flame makes a little bit more sense in this particular case. This is all well set up. I'll swap these two over, or well, the barracks swaps away. Is he actually playing 4? I don't think he's playing. I don't think he's playing 4 thing. What's it called? I don't think this is a 4 gate. This is just a more regular build. I think like just a pretty standard build actually. I feel like he should have some vision though. Oh, maybe he used the... I know what he used actually. He absolutely used the thing over there. What you call those? The... Come on, Kevin. Let's remember the words that we learned as a young boy. The hallucination. He used the hallucination there to get up. Yeah, that's 100% what happened. So he has quite a few units out, and we're gonna start moving out as well. He's gonna try and deny me from moving out for a while. I'm afraid of even having my my tanks in the front, because he might just kill a tank, which would really freaking suck. He has a lot of stalkers as well, which absolutely is terrible for me. That's actually just not very good at all. Yeah, we're dealing quite a bit of damage, but he's taken out a couple of my Cyclones already. Just gonna take some SCVs. I think it might not be a bad play. Oh, here he comes. I feel like attacking into a tank that's already sieged up, though, is generally a pretty decent mistake. It really does feel like a pretty decent mistake. I also feel like I'm just losing, though. Do have my armory, which is nice, but I'm not sure if that's just going to be enough here. Oh, Kevin. Oh, well, actually, I don't mind losing those. These I can lose. There we go. There we go again. Meh. This was fairly mediocre, let's face it. I have legit no tanks remaining at all, which is obviously not that great. Like one tank right now, and he's just going to move in over here. I can feel it already. I can feel it already. Oh no. That was my final tank, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, yeah, this has just been pure pain. He honestly played this very well. Like, I'm not disappointed with how he played. I'm disappointed with how I played. And generally against Blink, this is probably one of the weaker things that you can do. I thought I should have gone for my Ravens and just quicker tanks or something, more Cyclones. Yeah, okay, we're dead. Honestly, you just outplayed me completely. This went god-awful. Holy crap. Alright, let's hop on to our next game. Alright, up next here we have a TVT. And now in TVT, it can be kind of difficult to go for these hardcore cheeses. One of the reasons, of course, because the new Cyclone is simply so cheap, and a lot of the early game stuff that you can do just gets shut down extremely hard by it. So instead, what I'll end up doing here is I'm going to open up with a pretty standard double gas opener, fight for a little bit of map control, just a really standard type of play. But then I'm going to go for a double starport off of 2 bases, very high gas count. That's going to be the plan here for me. And from there on out, just move across the map with, well, basically whatever I have. With a bunch of Vikings, maybe get a Liberator in there. I'm going to skip my Ravens altogether, I think. I wonder how Rumix here is going to open. I think usually what I do these days is that I just get a Cyclone just for that little bit of extra safety if I'm playing standard. But here I say no, I want a faster starport. I'm not sure if this is actually a good call. I actually think it's a pretty terrible call. I still should have built my reactor first anyway, but oh well. This is these are details that don't really matter. If you're making an aggressive play, the devil often is not in the details. The devil is in whether the overall concept is going to be good. And I think the overall concept is pretty okay, so I'm going to be happy with it. Gonna need a relatively fast third gas as well, so that's what we're gonna be getting. Now, with this particular build, another thing that is interesting to keep in mind is that I won't... Oh, come on! Leave me alone, you massive prick. I freaking hate people like this, you know? Diving into one location with 2 Reapers is like, this is some low stuff, you know? These guys have no shame at all. Me, however, I also don't have any shame, but even that, it's too shameless, even for me, what he just did there. It really is. I want quick 4 gas. I really kind of need that, in a way. It's very important. It really is quite important. Because if I don't get quick gases, then I can't afford all of my good units. I'm just not building any Marines. Maybe I should build like 2 or so. Let's build 2. Yeah, that feels about right. Like two Marines. Got another Viking here as well. This Viking is going to move towards the low ground, so I can give vision for the tank, which might actually end up being pretty important here. Gonna start our next tank as well. So we want practically continuous tank production. It's one of these things that I truly care about. And then I also want this starport to start. Just gonna build it to the left a little bit. We'll siege this bad boy up. I wonder how well I'm doing right now. Like, eco-wise, I'm obviously not in a brilliant spot, but imagine that you don't care about eco. Here we go. It's a double Cyclone, isn't it? Just a single Cyclone, really. Oh my god, I'm losing so many units. This is awful. It really is god-awful. Yeah, we did clear everything in the end, but we lost so many freaking dudes. Both of our tanks were in the natural, so I think I lost 7 SCVs. I think I lost. That is not great, let me tell you that much. That is really not that great. We lost a couple of our Marines as well, which is the one thing I actually legitimately don't care about at all. I'm gonna repair this for a little bit. Pull 1 out of gas here. I'm just gonna be mining 2 in gas because I'm, well, just lacking minerals at the moment due to losing all of these SCVs, which freaking suck. Actually, I'm still lacking gas too. Just lacking legitimately everything. Let's get back into gas, boys. Back into gas we go. Cutting a couple of workers as well. So we're gonna have a massive air unit lead. That is nice. We're going to have a tank lead as well. That's also nice. So There's a couple of things that are quite nice. I need to make sure that I don't get supply block. And I want to get a Liberator here. I think that's going to be a good call. I mean, we're super all in with this. Like, even more so than I was planning on being, just because of how poor my early game went, right? Okay, that's interesting. He's a little scouter, isn't he? You're a little scouter, you. Yeah. Let's see if I can catch this clown. Let's see if I can catch this clown. Okay. Where are you at, Chief? Huh? Like, I know he's here somewhere. On somewhere of them depots. Did he just scan both of my starports? Yeah, it definitely did. Oh. Spawning this at least. Oh, he has a lot of crap. He has a lot of crap, doesn't he? You think he's mining from here already? That would be a wild play. Oh, I'm actually in range. Oh, come on. I'm not actually... Oh, I freaking hate this type of stuff.
Not enough minerals. Not enough.
Okay. He's attacking my my Vikings, which is good. Because I think I'll win that fight. And at the same time, my Liberator killed freaking 3 tanks. Gonna kill a 4th tank now as well. Which is also quite good. And we're just gonna start moving forward a little bit. Just gonna keep our production of these boys up.
Yes, sir.
Yep, that feels very good. That feels real nice. Is that in range? I think that's in range. Yeah, I think I'm winning that. Only one of them can attack, and I shot first. Oi. I definitely did shoot first. Oh, yeah, if I lose that lip, though, that would freaking suck. Okay, it actually did freaking suck. I'm gonna need a Liberator here right now. That is a given. Something that I really want. I wonder if I can just move in. I mean, technically I could, right? And then hope that he's not paying attention. That's so sick. God, I'm such a gamer. It's insane. I'm such an insane gamer. Holy cow. I'm probably the biggest gamer in the entire world. Come on, buddy. We're here to game, son. We're definitely here to game. Okay, look at that. That's a Viking. Oh, he thinks he can find me. I have 2 of them unsieged for some reason. Wasn't an entirely brilliant play. Gotta be real about that as well. Gotta be real about everything. If you're gonna be real, you gotta be real about... Oh my god, this was god-awful. I did kill all of his workers though, didn't I? And I'm pretty sure I also killed his CC, like his extra CC that he had. So am I just in a position right now where... Should I just get another starport? Like, the only thing really that matters is the air, right? And, well, he might get ground units as well. Oh, he still has it alive, but he has no workers. Look at that. Legitimately no workers. We can send this one around as well. That's a huge move. Look at this. This is a gamer move. This is a gamer move if I've ever seen one. Just gonna get a little bit of vision on the map with these bad boys. Up. Let's get a 3rd base as well. Pretend like we're playing a macro game. Some of the coolest things you can do in life. It's gonna hop. Up! Yes, get out of here, son. No clowns around here. No clowns. No clowns today. Oh, it's gonna find this. Up. This guy's doing some serious work. Putting in the work. Putting in the work. He's getting a lot of kills here. He has freaking stim, though. He does have freaking stim, doesn't he? Okay. New plan. We're just transitioning into air terrain from here. I think it's the only thing we can do. I mean, we have so many freaking Vikings already. So we just go mass PC from here on out. I mean, we can deny any potential drops that could be coming in. We have good vision around the map as well. And I just need a bunch of tanks. And then we should technically be good to go. Let's see what he actually has army-wise. So he's trying to do stuff. He's trying to do stuff. I'm not going to allow him to do stuff, though. We're not going to allow him to do stuff. I'm gonna get like just a couple of banshees. What is this crap? What is that crap, mate? Look at this crap. Oh, no. No, come on. He's still going. No. Okay, maybe I can piss off. I mean, I'm still up in workers by a pretty decent amount, I think. He's just doing a good job. I need to keep this alive. It's very important for me that I keep this alive, obviously. Okay, we're in here.
Field depleted.
So I got Banshees. Should we open up maybe with Banshee speed for a little bit? So we just get Banshee speed. I actually like that. These Vikings dealt way too much damage, by the way, to the one that he was building. Ah, nice. Good attempt there by my opponent. See if I can clear this. Of course I can clear that. Look at that. That is genius play. That is legitimate genius play. Oh no. Yeah, that was less genius play. Not gonna lie. That was not quite as great as I would have liked it. I have a bunch of workers that are literally doing nothing at all. I also haven't built a tank in like 5 minutes, which is definitely very far from the ideal situation that I'd like to be in. Gotta just get another CC up here as well. Ship weapons level 1. We're kind of stuck into this weird scenario right now where I'm playing a terrible composition. Cloak is almost done, which is kind of nice. Okay, he ain't here no more. Just gonna get a sensor tower up here. Just getting a couple of turrets here as well. I mean, we have absolutely insane worker count. We have an insane worker count. I'll say that immediately, you know, because it's true. It's true. I have an insane worker count. I need more tanks though. This feels really bad for my opponent. This feels legitimately god-awful for my opponent. I mean, but this feels really nice for my opponent. Oh no. Oh no, come on! You can't make this up, right? Well, you can't make it up. This is just not very good for me. No, 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 no. It's gonna try and save 2 of them. This guy's dead. I wonder, actually really freaking wonder what his setup is over here. It's like, what does he have? I need more tanks again. Okay, we have another one. That's nice at least. I don't think I'm winning. I could scan my opponent and try and figure it out. I'm just gonna harass with one of these Banshees. And I'm just building Banshees right now, which is also not really what I wanted, to be honest. I wanted to be building BCs at this point already. Oh my god, he has so many more units than I do. We almost had him though. This was... I was too greedy, I think. After I killed all of his workers here. Like, here I had double his workers. All I needed to do was not die. And I even killed more with that Liberator as well. If I'm just set up properly, I liked his harass though. I'm not gonna lie, I liked his harass very much. I thought it was cute, but I mean, I'm freaking double worker count over here. I guess my supply is not so great. This was a huge move as well that I hadn't quite expected. And the stim forward, I also hadn't quite expected that. Yeah, combat shield really helped him out as well as a 1-1. Big win there for my opponent. We're gonna try another time, of course. So far, not the most successful episode that I've had in my life. That's not gonna stop me. Alright, up next we've got Platinum Heroes Gunner over here. And just like in game number 1 versus Funk, we're once again going for... Oh crap. We're once again going for a beautiful little build over here. Look at him go. Look at him. But does he really think he can take me out? Mate, you can't. You simply cannot take me out. It is impossible. So I have this little proxy over here, which I'm obviously very happy about. I'm generally happy about my proxies, but this one in particular I'm very happy about. I think in the past I've really underestimated how good it is to have just a Reaper in your opponent's base early on. Because almost no one will play Robotics Facility against a Reaper proxy. Who does that? No one with a brain. It's just not good, usually. But the one thing that counters all of my one-base builds generally is going to be... Oh, there we go. It's going to be a Robotics Facility opener. So the fact that my opponent most likely is not going to be playing Robo Facility, yeah, that makes me freaking happy. That makes me really happy. I'm okay with him building batteries everywhere. I'd love to see a battery in the main as well. Another thing that Proxy Reaper does very well, just in general, is denying scouting. I think that is something that... There's a couple of things that I believe I kind of underestimated in the past. It's like, it's so easy for me to say, hey, you can't move on the map with any more probes. And it's easy for me to kill that first probe as well, if that first probe doesn't just straight up die to my SCPs, which so far has happened 2 out of 2 times. So we're just gonna poke in, see what's actually kicking off, see if I can get a kill here. I think I might be... Nah, I don't think I might be capable of getting this, actually. I wonder if it's wise to take out this thing. He's gonna let it finish. I could kind of lead him to the water. You know? Yeah. Can't make him drink. Actually, when he arrives at the water, there's a crocodile in the water and eats him. Maybe I can get him here, that would be nice. Just gonna move in again. I liked how that worked out in the first game after all, so why not try it another time? Oh, this is also something you can do, by the way. If they don't have a Reaper, look at this. So, just gonna sacrifice this thing. Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna kill a bunch of workers then, huh? Just gonna kill a bunch of workers. Oh, yeah, he's in serious trouble. I don't actually know what his first unit is. He has, maybe he doesn't have a first unit, which would actually be very bad for him. Getting a first unit out of the Stargate is one of the more important things. Oh, probably should, yeah, get a super battery, I was about to say. So gets the super battery, and now has to deal with the reality that A, my Reaper has freaking 6 kills and is a corporal, and B, with the fact that I have 2 factories pumping Cyclones, and that he's freaking dead. That's also just the reality of things. This build is really freaking powerful. It's so much better than the stuff I used to before. I really think that the Proxy Reaper adds such a layer of confusion, and especially at this level, they just don't quite understand how to deal with it. Honestly, even at my level, this build works fairly well. And as I'm talking about how easy it is to win, I'm actually kind of throwing here. That was perfect. That was actually just perfect. I'm so happy that I'm alive, guys. Oh my god, why would I do that? Oh, I have legitimate brain damage sometimes. Now, let's see if I can still clear him here. I think I'm fine, actually. My production is so sick. Like, this is something people forget, but I'm producing freaking 4 Cyclones, and if he has like 2 gateways and a Stargate, then yeah, that's not winning for him at all. That's not winning for him at all. All right. I think that's just going to be it for me today, my dear friends. 2-2. It's not the end of the world. Not the beginning quite either, though. It's all right. Gonna get a couple of points for him as well as a GG. So we'll add it into the GG counter. And yeah, thanks all so much for watching. I also like to give a little shout out to everyone that was at Home Story Cup and was nice enough to come up to me and speak kind words. It was very cool to meet all of you. I'll be going to DreamHack Atlanta as well, which I believe starts the 15th or the 14th. So if you're an American or if you have a lot of money and just want to fly to Atlanta, watch some high-level StarCraft 2. Now it'd be a good opportunity to do that. Come and say hello. Be sure to say hello if you do end up showing up. And I'm looking forward to seeing loads of you there as well. Thanks so much for watching, and ciao, ciao.